Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be playing some Age of Empires 2 HD. Now, this is available on Steam for about, I think, 20 bucks, and with the Forgotten expansion, it is about 30 bucks. As far as I know, there may be another bundle, and ow, I just bit my tongue. Yeah. So this is being streamed live to YouTube, so it's not going to have the same level of quality, and it's not using OBS, so it's not going to have the same style as some of my other videos. It's just going to be straightforward, me streaming Age of Empires 2. So, here we go. And so here we start. I am playing as the Britons because I like hearing English, and just because the longbow. Everybody fears the longbow. My allies are the Teutons. I think that's how you pronounce it. I may be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because it sounds weird saying Teutons. I've already built 3 buildings. I'm rushing a villager. And I think at this stage I began feudal age, correct? So this is what my view was like. I turned off Fog of War because I had it disabled when I played, because I'm not very skilled with Age of Empires, to be honest. This is like probably my 3rd victorious game, maybe my 4th, not sure. This video, this actual game was about an hour and 6 minutes long, I think. I'm just gonna speed this up a bit. Okay, so I'm already spamming villagers here, as you can tell. I'm gonna build, I have a dock there. I'm gonna build a fishing boat, I think, pretty soon in there, if I remember correctly. Let me go check on my pals, the Teutons. Okay, so they got 2 houses and a mill. And anything else? Do they have a lumber camp? Do they not have a lumber camp? Oh, they do. It's just way over here, because they're a bunch of lazy bums. Also, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to pause this for a sec, because Discord. Just a chat room message. Okay, that's fine. Sorry. There may be some interruptions if Discord decides to notify me about stuff. We have 2 houses and a mill on the Mongols, as well as a lumber camp. Mongols are green, Italians are yellow. And here's the Italians. They've already got a dock. And the first one, the feudal age, and I think next one is Chepe of the Mongols. I may be pronouncing these things wrong, so if I'm pronouncing them wrong, please correct me, because I want to be historically accurate. Okay, actually no, Chepe was the last to the feudal age. I forgot about that. So normally the Italians and the Mongols will spam their way all the way up to the Imperial Age. However, none of them actually did. Well, I don't mean to say that. I screwed up. I meant the Mongols are the only ones that actually ever got to the Imperial Age besides me. And I think that's because you'll see, I'm about to just build some galleys here and upgrade them to war galleys and completely destroy the Italian dock and all their fleet. And they're not going to go back and bother rebuilding, because they have a strange thing about that. If they're in the feudal age, they won't rebuild their structures, unless you give them enough time to. So I've got a fishing ship. I haven't decided to do anything with it. I'm moving quite slowly. I'm gonna go back to my point of view. Okay, so I told them, oh that's right, I told them to go build a barracks. They're researching wheelbarrow. That's good. Let me check on my pal over here, the Teutons. Let me see what his map view looks like. He's not doing much. I unfortunately have to admit he's not doing much. So I'm gonna go back to my view here. So I built an archery range and a barracks. Let me check. I did not hit the castle age yet, but I do have the market, so I think at some point in the future I do build that up. These guys are okay. These guys are doing fairly okay, from what I can tell. So let me see. So I have 4 houses. So there is a bit of variation in the houses for the Britons. That's good to know. So building galleys here. Okay, that's right. Oh, and I actually started going towards the castle age at some point. So already we've hit the castle age. So now we have a very medieval looking town. It's good. It's a very good thing. That we hit the medieval age. And if I recall, I will research war galley ASAP. Yep, that's right. Okay. And keep in mind, this is a replay, so that's why I'm talking in the past tense, and in a sort of way. Like past and present, and it's weird. I don't know. I don't know what would be a combination of those two, but if you guys do enjoy this, just let me know, and I might actually start doing videos on it. And who knows, maybe this will be the series that actually gets my channel up and running. Because Age of Empires 2 is probably one of the best known strategy games, besides like real-time strategy, besides I don't know about the others. Like I know Totally Accurate Battle Simulator and Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator are fairly well known, but those aren't actually really real-time strategy at all. They're more like just combat simulators. And even that, they're not even combat simulators. They're just like what if simulators. This, on the other hand, is actually strategy, and here we go. So I started attacking their dock not too long ago, so I'm just gonna speed this up. Oh, they build a boat and they completely ignore the fact that I'm attacking them. Like, if I were the AI, I'd be using that boat to attack my ships. And there he goes. I can tell when I noticed because I started moving my ships around. So they build yet another boat, and we go to their point of view. Okay, so they built another fire galley. So this is when we lost. This is when I lost my boat. And they keep sending ships at me, so I just kept building more ships. It's like, oh, you destroyed my ship. Okay, I'll just build 10 more. This is strategy for you. This is how civilizations survive. Somebody attacks them, they retaliate with even more force than before. So I can't remember if I went for a castle early yet. I don't know where my builders are. Where did my builders go? Oh, we got attacked. We got an attack going on here. So they finally sent their final ship after us. I'm like wanting to select them and tell them to attack, but this is a replay. So Chepe finally got to the castle age, and very quickly he is going to go for Imperial age. And you'll see this quite quickly. So he's already building a castle. First thing, he built a castle. And he already sent 5 builders. I usually do something where I'll just keep building more and more villagers. But yeah, wait. Get your ship out of my territory, man. So this is when I started spamming war galleys at him. built a watchtower, and then I built a castle. And I was the last guy. I was the last out of the 2 guys to get to the Imperial Age. So Chepe did get a head start on the late game. So I was doing a bunch of research up there. My towers were very, very well maintained, and I've got a fleet of 8 ships here. There was some combat that just happened here between the Italians and Chepe, and Italy won. But as you'll see right here, I completely just demolished his single ship there. Now the Mongols are a fierce competitor at this stage in the game. So I just started spamming. This is the point in the game in which I started spamming ships. So I put my fleet up here. That would actually have to be an impressive sight to watch as these ships just go up. And this is when he advances to the Imperial Age. Now, this is when I started going, okay, I need to take this guy on. And as you can see, I'm sending my ships over to attack him. Look at how, how their sails are tripping out. It's kind of funny to watch, honestly. Also, this looks ridiculous because they're overlaying each other. Now, I can't remember. Did I go for Imperial Age? When did I go for Imperial Age is my main question. So I'm just going to speed up. Oh, here we go. So this is when I noticed their market. And they're like, oh, okay, there's just a market here, so I'll just attack it. I have a fleet of like, what, 10 ships? Yeah, 10 ships. Which is way more than anybody needs this early in the game. Or at this point in the game. But I always, on maps like islands or team islands, which is what this one is, team islands, I will always go for naval dominance and then hit them from the land. Now I'm gonna go look at my ally here, and he is just building a peaceful little community. There is literally no warfare going on here. There's no preparation for military. The mill isn't even being used. It's like a ghost town. It's kind of saddening. You're supposed, like, the Teutons are like German. They were originally in Germany. Now Italy is at least doing something. They've got plenty of workers. They've got an unused lumber camp, but they have plenty of workers to sustain themselves. Now Mongolia, on the other hand, has a market. They have a castle. They've started building up their military. So they are actually preparing for war, which is why I think next time around I am going to have I'm going to be playing versus Mongolia, and perhaps I'm going to choose a random ally and another random opponent to see just what happens. But I want to make sure that the Mongols are there because they can provide a challenge. In fact, I may not even go for an ocean map next time, which means I may have the same setup just on a different map to see what the AI does on that. Because right now I'm just kind of experimenting to see which map type I'm best at, try to figure out how to play on each map type. And okay, this is when I started building walls. And I have my university up here, but I'm not using it. At least not as much as I should be. Now, this is when I started building longbowmen, I think. And so I've hit the Imperial Age. Stuff is going on. Market's been upgraded. University's been upgraded. Let me check on theirs. Their market got blown up. There's some combat going on here. Their dock is just getting completely destroyed by my galleons because they just got upgraded not too long ago. Now, they had another dock somewhere. Ah, it was up here. So they just had fire ships just chilling up there. Now, fire ships are actually pretty darn deadly, and for some reason, I have no access to them. However, I found a good way to counter them, and that is to just spam boats in their face, which is part of why I build so many ships early in game. Or as early as I can get in game. Also, if you check my resources up here, you'll notice I am getting a bunch of gold. And this is because I've just got so much gold up here, and because I've also got, like, technologies developed and stuff that are helping me keep my production up. Now, I think this was around the time where I was, sending, this was about the time I started building transport ships, I think. Now, as you can see, I'm actually surviving fairly well with just 2 farms, 1 fisherman. I'm not actually fishing all too much. Now, these guys are just building fishermen, and this is why this stream is called Gone Fishing, because the AI just loves to go fishing. Like, look at this. What are the Italians doing? They have a lumber camp and they're not using it. They have a mill, they're not using it. Well, they are, to get the fish, but it's like, just build the mill here and then go fishing. You know. I mean, I guess they also think, okay, what happens if we do that, though? Do we get attacked? Now, I also upgraded my attack strength on this. So now, this dock gets completely wrecked. Now, the fire ships fire really fast, too. They fire a constant stream of fire, whereas my galleons only fire 1 shot every few moments. And they built a war galley for the very first time. Now, this was about the time I started thinking about conquering their island. This is where things get interesting. So, the Italians are just being peaceful over here. Oh, that's right. I started hunting their fishermen. Completely dominated them. Up. Chepe's just got a rogue fire ship. Just chilling over here. This... I noticed... Oh, there's some war going on here. And I know last time I looked at this spot, I was like, what was I doing? And then I realized just now, they're attacking the fire ship. So I actually want to see what this looks like from Chepe's point of view when I do this. So he can't tell that my ships are up there. He has these mangudais. So he's actually got a fairly efficient strategy going here. He's just constantly re-exploring his island. Now, I want to go to my point of view and see, did I start building those things yet? So I started building keeps, stuff like that. So I also love how the walls are just like right on the shore, and so it looks like they kind of have this like kind of a key look to them. Like, oh look, it's a key wall. Kind of like on Anno 1404, better known to Europeans as, or well, this is what it's better known to Europeans. I completely screwed up what I was talking about. But it's got that kind of like Anno 1404 / Dawn of Discovery look. And Dawn of Discovery is what us Americans know it as. Good old America jokes. God love them. You can garrison units and stuff, but I don't have to do that quite yet. I don't really ever protect my villagers either. If they die, they die, and I just build more. If my actual town center, my true town center gets attacked, that's when I start garrisoning them. And this is around the time I started noticing that guy was not doing much, so that was when I started taking advantage. Okay, so I started preparing my military up here. So I told him to build a dock. He's building a transport. Were you gonna build a transport? No, he was gonna build another one. So around here, I told them to start. And this is when I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna have to tell him to move. So this is around the time that I was still having to deal with only 10 archers fitting on a boat. And also, I started building keeps around my friend's base here, my ally's base, just in case the AI came too close to his base and started attacking him. Which I now know I didn't have to worry about that a bit. Also, I attacked his scout cavalry. That poor guy's scout cavalry. I think these were the two I told to go over to the boat. No, actually, I had already told you guys to go into the boat. So I think around here is when I told these guys to go up. Now I'm gonna go over to check on the Mongolians from their point of view for this. Oh, this is the Italians. What am I doing? Okay, so the Mongolians, they've got this massive army of Mangudais. These guys are their unique unit, and as such is why they produce them so much. Because unique units seem to be ridiculously easy to produce. Okay, so I've moved my navy. I think this guy notices. I'm not 100% certain. Now, yeah, he noticed. He noticed, I think, because... yeah, he's following close behind. Yeah, you find my ships, why don't you? Now, if I turn off Fog of War, let me see how far did they get. Now, I should have told these guys to attack these wolves, and in a few minutes you'll see why. So I moved these guys out onto the main landmass. And this is when he sends his scout cavalry over like an idiot, except he doesn't know that I'm here. And as such, he's just going to waltz right into there. Completely destroyed him. He actually noticed. So now he knows my base is over there. So he's just gonna send a single Mangudai over to start exploring. Because it's a cavalry unit, and it's like, he's like, why not? Why not? Just... so he starts using these guys to explore. And I kind of watched over here too, if I remember correctly. So, this is going to be from my perspective, my view, from now on. And sorry about me doing this, guys. I just kind of got a bit uncomfortable setting up. So, wow, it's jumping around a lot. Sorry. So, actually, I had these guys. So I was like, okay, I need to build a castle here. How am I going to get the resources? Was what I was wondering. So now I'm on their island, and okay, here comes the wolf attack.
Ready.
My poor villager getting bitten by a bloodthirsty wolf. I feel kind of sad for the poor thing. So they go back over there. She's about to die. And then here comes this other wolf. You'll see. And this is why I'm saying I should have killed those wolves when I had the chance. and my poor villager just dies all alone. And that's why you don't bite a male villager. He will kill you instantly. Just that little sword, and he just kills him in one hit. So long swordsman research complete. So I have this gigantic fleet. I think he's rebuilding a dock. Not 100% certain. No, he still has his dock. And there's just a wolf just chilling here, so these wolves are just everywhere, so and they completely go right past this dock, and I don't even notice. See, this is me gone fishing. Now let me check what he's doing. So he is still not rebuilding anything. So here he goes. He sends yet another Mangudai out. Now, I built a monastery and got some monks in, and this was just my very first attempt to try to convert an enemy unit, and to see if it would play Wololol, but it doesn't, unfortunately, because yeah. Monk, here we go.
Presto, Impero. Presto. Presto. Presto, salve.
So they're not doing much. So I'm gonna speed it up to max speed. So this is when I started having some issues because they started trying to get on my base. Now, if I go to Chepe's point of view, so he has a war galley and he's not using it. That'll teach your Mangudais to keep attacking. And so here he sends out another Mangudai. He keeps sending galleys over to my base. Like a moron. You don't just attack the guy's base. Well, perhaps. Perhaps he doesn't realize what's going on. So he's attacking my so this is where he attacked my base at. So he keeps getting his Mangudais attacked. So I sent my monks in, and he's just going to notice. And see, he mobilizes his entire army. You get him. So I converted him, and they all kill my Mangudai. This is why you never send a single unit out alone in combat. So let's see here. So he doesn't see anything coming. So he doesn't think anything's coming, as far as I know. He knows my base is there, though. Which means now he's going to start scouting that area more actively than before. And he's going to keep losing his units because I've got those keeps there. And, what else was there? I believe he goes in, tries to, finds my keep here. Gets completely destroyed because of those keeps. He knows I have a barracks now, meaning he's gonna keep pushing outwards, and so he's spamming more Mangudais. He's got a bunch. Let me check. So he's just exploring with his partially damaged Mangudai. So he just keeps building Mangudais to make up for all the ones he loses. So if we go over here and check our military, so we're building a castle now. That's good. That's a very good thing. And sorry if I'm kind of boring on this. I'm not very good at this type of video. But so we've got this going here, and my goodness, I'm talking so much that I need more water than usual. I got like dry mouth syndrome or something. Okay, here we go. So now I start spamming longbows out of my castle. And here we go. Bunch of longbows. Here we go. So I just started spamming units all over the place, and there's just arrows sticking out of the ground all over from where my combat was. And let me check. So then I think I selected this entire military bit and told him to go up. And I have a market there, so I started basically making this my base of operations instead of the other place. And I just completely destroy him here. I've got those 8 champions, which actually get eliminated fairly quickly by their Mangudais. So here's what's going on. So he had all of his guys up here protecting the market in case of an attack. So he keeps picking off my champions. But I have these longbows who are actually weaker, but can actually hold their own a lot more effectively. So he survived that onslaught, and so did I. But he has some fairly damaged units, and he's just gonna explore. He knows the castle's there now. It's completely destroyed by my castle, which is actually fairly good. His castle is like this thing. He lost his market because I completely destroyed him. Oh, I completely just destroyed his fishermen. And so he could see my military moving into position here, and he knows I'm there. So he's building villagers to make up for the ones he's losing. That's actually a very smart strategy. I don't see him making any more Mangudais. And here's my army mobilizing again. And so here we go. I did lose a few longbows, but I'm just picking off his units one by one. Take out his military, and he surrenders pretty soon here, so I'm going to just let this take its time. And this is about the end of the video, so we'll just kind of watch and just see exactly what Chepe does at this point. At this point in the game, my score is 8664 or whatever it was, and now it's 8664, and the total score of the team is about 5,000. So we're pretty high up on the team on the leaderboard. Henry's not doing much. He's still gone fishing. So is Italy. Mongolia, I attacked his castle from the south, I'm completely destroying his house. Here he goes, he builds some petards. Oh no, that's me. That's right, I was building petards. Or is it petards? I don't remember. If any of you are historians or whatever, just let me know. This is when I started attacking his town center. Surrendered. He surrendered. So stuff starts happening in here. So things are going up in flames, and I started preparing for invasion of his base. And his entire base is just becoming a wasteland. So this is when I start sending the remnants of my military over to my base. And this is about when the end of game hits. So give me a sec. Where's my UI here? Okay, I'm going to mute my mic very fast. Give me a sec. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I am right back, though. So, and here we go. I am putting all my guys on this transport ship. So I started getting my guys onto the boat, and this is endgame. So at this point, I've got almost 10,000 points, which is actually kind of ridiculous. And I'm just gonna follow my transport ships here. I'm not close enough to land to unload. There we go. So then I just take all of my longbows and just send them towards the enemy's base. I just love this pathfinding. It's amazing. He surrendered. Okay. And that was it, guys. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. And please, if you liked this video, tell me, and I will make another. So please, tell me if you liked this, and I will make another. And thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. And goodbye.